Hey everyone, it is day 18 of Bookmas 2018 at the time that I'm filming this. Well, actually it's not, but I'm supposed to be filming day 18 now. But this part of the video is actually the part of the video that you guys will be seeing like, I don't know, somewhere after Christmas, because I am actually shooting this video out of order, which is very weird for me. So I will first be showing you guys the books that I actually got my friends for Christmas, well, my parents in this case, and my sister, and my niece, nephew, so that I got my family for Christmas. And then I will be wrapping them up. I will also be showing that part in this video, I guess. And then in the video that you will actually be seeing on day 18 of Bookmas, I will be describing them in their wrappings, so that it will remain a secret just in case one of my family members were to see this video, which I don't think there's any chance of, but you never know, and I really wouldn't want to spoil the secret. My father already spoiled some gifts to us, which I was like, no, you're not supposed to tell us what you got us for Christmas before you actually give it to us. But so yeah, so the first one, I'll try to do this in the same order when I do it for the second part of the video, the one that by now you will have maybe already seen. If not, I will link it down below. It's a book that I got my mother, and this is a book by Jonas Jonasson. It is a sequel to one of his most popular books. I don't know whether in the English language community this was also a big hit, but in any case in Belgium a lot of people read it, and that is the return. So in English it's called The Accidental Further Adventures of the 100-Year-Old Man by Jonas Jonasson. And so in the first book we have a 100-year-old man who on the day of his birthday decides to climb out of the window of his retirement home and set out on an adventure. And it really is a big adventure in which he gets involved in like big world history events and things like that. And so we have a sequel here in which the 100-year-old man will probably set out on a lot more adventures. So here we see like a sort of like Chinese umbrella type style, so it'll probably get in Asia again. I see something about Bali, for example, North Korea. Yeah, so I absolutely, even Donald Trump apparently. But so I really like these types of books. I've said it in a previous video for Bookmas as well, that I really like books in which there's a lot of different cultural settings, because I just like reading about all of these different places. And so my mother really enjoyed this first book as well, and so I'm giving her the sequel for Christmas. The second one that I'll be giving is a book that I'm giving my sister, and that is Stephen Fry's Mythos. So this sequel to this one is called Heroes, and it's out now as well, but she added this to her wish list for Christmas, and I'm very happy to give it to her because I really like Stephen Fry. I have not actually read something by him, but I assume it will manage to have the same air of comedy in it. So Mythos is actually a retelling of the Greek myths, and Heroes mostly centers on like the big hero stories of ancient Greece. So I'm guessing on like the Hercules stories and maybe the Trojan War and things like that. But so Mythos really centers on Greek myths. My sister and I were very big fans of mythology, Greek mythology, but any other mythology as well. We also had like a book about mythology, and we were very much interested in these stories. So great Xena fans as well, so I'm sure she'll be very happy with this one. I also might want to read it, but I might want to read it in English, so I might have to get my own copy for this one, or maybe the audiobook. If there's an audiobook out there, I hope it'll be read by Stephen Fry. I know he reads like the Harry Potter's audiobook, so maybe he read his own one as well, so I'll definitely look into that. third book that I'm giving this to my niece, and that is a first book in a series of middle grade fantasy. I'm actually also very interested in reading this. I just want to read all the books that I'm giving, actually, basically. And that is Nevermore by Jessica Townsend. Now, I wasn't originally interested in this because, yeah, I don't read a lot of middle grades. I think the last middle grade that I've read will probably have been like the final one in the Septimus Heap series by Angie Sage. And yeah, I like that one, but I also started it when I was younger because it was like 7 books long. So I don't know whether I'm still like capable of enjoying middle grade. So I'll have to look into it. But I saw so many positive reviews for Nevermore, so many people say that it really feels like reading Harry Potter again. I mean, the story is different, and it said like it doesn't give you Harry Potter vibes story-wise necessarily, but the feeling of reading it really feels like you're rereading a Harry Potter. So that has really made me intrigued to find out whether I can also enjoy this book, whether I can also recapture the magic of reading a Harry Potter for the first time. And so I will definitely be giving this a go, but as well I will be needing the English version for this, so I will also be having to get it myself. I think I won't physically get it. I'll maybe check out if they have it in our library, because I do want to physically read it, because yeah, as it is a middle grade, it has like pictures in it. Well, actually, does it? It has like pictures at the beginning of each chapter, so maybe no pictures in between. Come on, where are the pictures? Yeah, so it seems like it's really just at the beginning of each chapter, and they're always like the same. I mean, there are like 3 types of pictures that change, so maybe I don't need a physical copy, but in any case I like having a physical copy of a middle grade in my hand, so maybe I will try and check it out from the library. So yeah, this is the third one. I'm guessing this one was quite easy to guess, so you probably all have gotten it right. And then the final one is the last book by Stephen Hawking. Yeah, I'll actually have to look up what it's called in English, but it'll say that in here. So in English, original title, okay, Brief Answers to the Big Questions by Stephen Hawking. And this is the book that I'm giving my father. Now my father is a civil engineer, and he's very much interested in all things science and stuff like that. I've given him basically like either a thriller or detective or a scientifically inspired book every single year, so I hope he will be happy with this one by Stephen Hawking. But so yeah, these are the 4 books that I'm giving. So we have quite a small family, so I'm lucky in that sense. So we give gifts to everyone, but so it's such a small family, this is it. I also have a nephew who's also my godchild, but I already gave him a book for Sinterklaas, which is a Dutch holiday in which like a very old man in a red costume gives gifts to children. So it's actually basically our Christmas, because Christmas for us is less like Santa Claus coming to bring gifts to children. Christmas is more like a family gathering, things like that. So since I already gave him a book for that one, I'm giving him something else for Christmas. So no Christmas book in this case. I actually gave him a Christmas book, so I gave him The Christmasaurus by Tom Fletcher, but I gave it to him on Sinterklaas so that he would be able to read it, or to be reading it at Christmas time versus only getting started on Christmas.